Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of HLX360. Today we're going to be building off of the 50-50 pursuit drill that we talked about earlier. This one's called the Rodman drill. We're going to now incorporate the wings into the face-off scenario, right? The first drill we talked about just as a face-off guy, you know, how do you keep your poise and how do you win a face-off cleanly, and then defensively, how do you, still give yourself a chance to win a face-off when losing the clamp. Now we're going to tie in, if you lose the clamp, how do you react and how do you win it from a wing standpoint, and also, when you win a clamp, how do you effectively get the ball to your wing, or how do you, as a wing player, make sure that your face-off guy has a clean exit, right? So this is the goal of this drill is working on, boxing out, obviously with the name Rodman drill, your communication as a face-off unit, and then ground ball play, right? This is face-offs are essentially, just a big ground ball, right? Hopefully you have the advantage, but it's working on whether you have the advantage in the ground ball or the disadvantage, working on the skills to win either one of those scenarios, right? So groups of three, right? You can do it with a small group. We see just three people here, two wing guys and a face-off guy. If you do it with a whole face-off unit, you can have two face-off guys, and lined up wing guys on either side. You want your face-off guys a little bit apart so that these, groups don't, collide with each other, right? So anywhere from 4 to 5 yards off the X, 8 to 10 yards total. The way the drill works, right, is you have a face-off guy here, and there's really two iterations of this, and you can continue to build on it, but we're going to talk about two iterations, right? So your first iteration, you have a face-off guy and a wing guy here, and on the whistle, he's going to go through, a normal face-off, a down set. He wins a face-off. These guys are both going to come in and establish a position. Obviously red is working with the red face-off guy. He's going to come in and communicate where he wants the face-off guy to pull the ball. And the first part of this drill is it's just going to be a one-on-one ground ball. The red is going to get in and communicate where he wants the ball to be pulled. The face-off guy pulls it there, and then it's a one-on-one ground ball from there, right? So we want to make sure the red guy, we get in, we establish a position, we make contact. Our position wants to be about 5 to 7 yards off the face-off guy. We don't want to be too close. We like to be hip to hip, even though it's not a true, Rodman basketball box out. We want to make contact and be kind of hip to hip with the guy unless he works his way too close, right? If he gets in here, then we would seal him in and make sure that he's not the first guy to the ball, right? And then we're working on ground ball play, right? And we're communicating to our face-off guy, all right? So that's the first iteration. The second iteration, right, is over here, the same thing. Now black is kind of the winning face-off guy, but it's going to be a 2-on-1 face-off, right? So he wins the clamp, all right? Face-off guy comes in. These guys both establish position. And now the face-off guy is going to pull the ball, but he's not allowed to win it to himself, right? He's not allowed to pop it right up and catch it. He has to pull it to a space that his teammate's telling him, and then it's a 2-on-1. So he may pull the ball out this way, right? This guy turns and seals him off, and then he's allowed to go get it, right? He may pull it closer to this guy. He may try to go get the ball, and now the face-off guy has to go and make contact with that other wing guy, right? And as the defending wing player, the guy who's not communicating on either side, and the guy who may be in a 1-on-2, you're working on anticipation, right? You have to read the face-off guy's footwork. You have to, look at his body language and see where he's going to pull the ball and anticipate so that you can get a jump and try to win the ground ball, right? So again, the Rodman drill, the coaching points are your communication as a face-off group. It's establishing position as a wing player, and then it's making contact, right? You want to get in. You don't want to be off. Just like in basketball, you're taught to find a guy, make contact and then go get the ball. It's the same thing here. Make contact, go get the ball, right? Rodman drill, we're going to take you to us doing this in practice as a group, and then how we've used it in a game on both sides. Watch the Harvard wing players establish their position, make contact, and communicate the open space to the faceoff man, leading to a win.